Hello and welcome to Electric Motor Principles. This is Leonardo Piedrahita. Let's get right to it. The components used to create this motor include a 1.5 volt D battery, insulated copper wire, superglue, electric tape, sandpaper, a switch, and neodymium magnets. The switch is optional. Let's get right into a little bit of background. A direct current or DC motor converts electrical energy from an EMF source to mechanical energy as rotational forces are generated from induced electromagnetic fields as a change in flux from sudden current generation around the given area of a conducting loop as described by Lenz's law. The DC motor consists of an armature, in this case a loop, which rotates on a conducting axle as the current from the battery or EMF source flows and induces an electromagnetic field with its own dipole. Since the armature in essence becomes an electromagnet due to this current loop, it interacts and lines up with the poles of a permanent magnet placed below it, in this case 3 sets. The two fields attract the opposing poles and rotation stops suddenly if the current flows steadily to induce a stationary dipole, which just like two magnets would act if they just stuck together with not much else to it. Luckily we have commutators. These must be in place to guide the current in such a way that the induced magnetic field is perpetually switching polarizations to keep the spin going. However, in this case, the insulated copper wire, which is the rotator itself, is fully stripped on one side, which contacts and conducts with the axle, making it fully conductive, while on the other side, it's only halfway stripped off its insulation, stopping the current from completing the closed circuit loop at every instance the insulated part contacts the conducting axle. Because of the circuit break, every rotation sets off the magnetic interaction at the instant the current ceases due to the insulated half of the wire shutting off the induced magnetic field that would have caused the magnetic force stopping further rotation via static pole aligning as stated earlier. This uninterrupted rotational momentum by cycling flux in and outs reappearing causes the other conducting fully stripped half of the same wire to go back down by conserved angular momentum and contact the axle, recreating the closed loop magnetic field and causing the induced field to line back up with the permanent magnet, giving the armature loop another push at each and every rotation. The pattern continues by Newton's first law of inertia, and rotational motion becomes perpetual so long as there is an electromotive force from the battery creating the current. The whole setup is explained through Lenz's law. It will now run.